welcome to another edition of the Mississippi Pickers.
And birthday cards. This is for a good daughter on your birthday. Bless you, good daughter. That's the good daughter. I'd hate for the bad daughter to see that, because the good daughter got a card. Bad daughter probably didn't get squat. I am on my way to our storage locker to pick up a vintage spoon and fork, wooden spoon and fork that sold for $29.95, and thought I'd take you guys along with me. This is what we normally have to do. I mean, like, I have a lot of the stuff that we sell is at our storage facility. So when it sells, I have to go pick it up. Anyway, that's where we're headed. This is our storage facility. Looks like somebody just went in because the gate was open. Yeah, I probably shouldn't broadcast my security code. So this is the storage locker, and as you can see, it is quite full. We're not through with it yet. We have a lot of work to do. This thing is full from head to toe. It's a little dark. We don't quite have the lighting in here that we really need. This stuff has not been boxed up yet. All the stuff that's on the upper shelves. This is stuff like from the earliest time when we didn't have a storage solution. We were just kind of just laying things around. So that stuff needs to be, boxed up and have a storage number placed on it, but we haven't done that yet. Turn this around. Anyway, this is it. Show you what we do when we come in here. See, we have numbers. I don't know if you can see this. Let's see if I turn this around. It's kind of hard to do this. Every one of these. This one makes no sense. This number makes no sense because this is when this was our very first thing. When we first started doing this, we didn't know what number system we were going to put on this. And this is where we started. We have numbers at home, and I think down on the bottom, down here, they start at like number 21, and then we had 21A, which we decided to quit doing that. Went to 22, 23. I don't know if you can see these. They're kind of dark in here. I mean, that's where we are right now, but obviously there's going to be a lot more. We just haven't gotten to it yet. This is going to be quite an undertaking. It took us a lot just to get this much done, because we were in another storage unit to begin with, a smaller storage unit. Well, I don't know if it was smaller, but it didn't have the shelving in it, and it was quite difficult to keep up with anything because it was just laid everywhere. All this shelving was in place when we bought this, or not bought it, but we rented this storage unit. Our manager at the storage facility got this one available, and he said, "Hey, I've got the perfect storage solution for you guys. I've got one that's got big shelves already built in that would be perfect for what y'all do. So, good lesson there. Make friends with the manager of your storage facility if you're inclined to have a storage facility. We don't have the room at our house to do all this. If we had the room, obviously that would be the better way to do it, but we don't have the room. So, I've got to find this, now I got to find this spoon and fork that I just sold. It's supposed to be an SL40 right here. Ooh, this is not going to be fun. Okay, all kind of stuff in here. That may be it right there. I think this may be it. Doesn't look like a $30 box, does it? I'll leave that sitting there for a minute. Let's go over here in the light. If you don't have one of these, you need to get one. These are cheap little scales that you can get to weigh stuff. It's like, put that on there. This weighs 5.5 ounces. Now, with your box, probably going to weigh another 5.5 ounces, so still going to go first class. This is what I'm looking for, I think. It feels like it. Anyway. Oh yeah. It's them. Hard to believe that sold for $30. These two things right here. Show you this. See this? It's got these cute little faces. These little tiki faces that are on here. Isn't that awesome? I found these in a thrift store for, I think I paid $2 for the set. $2 for the set. And they've been in here for probably, I would say, about a year. Yeah. We've had them in storage for about a year, so. I mean, yeah, it was a slow sell, but paid $2 for them, made $30. That's a long tail item. You know, long tail items, you just got to have a lot of them. I think that's what it boils down to. You just got to have a bunch of long tail items. You know, if you're going to make a living doing this on eBay, you just got to have loads of long tail items. Which, when I say loads, I mean you need around 2,000. To make a decent living, you need around 2,000 items. We don't have that yet. We have the stuff. I mean, you can see, obviously, you know. And the thing is, most of this stuff in here is not listed yet. This is stuff, all these boxes over here. You can see all this. None of this stuff right here in these boxes is even listed. And you can see they're all down in here too. None of this stuff is listed, and you can see I hope you can see this. You see these plastic containers over here? None of that stuff's listed. Some of the stuff that is loose, like I said, was from the early days when we weren't, you know, boxing stuff up. But most of the stuff we've got, we have boxed up. So most of this, most of all of this is not listed. So, and we're still hunting for stuff. I mean, but that's what you got to do. None of the stuff on the top up here. You see the stuff's on. there's no numbers, and you can see that. All that stuff that has no numbers on it, it's not listed. It's loaded. I mean, we've got everything in here is loaded with vintage and clothing and all kinds of stuff. It's not listed. We probably have a good 6 months worth of inventory right now that is not listed. But here's the thing. If we simply stopped and said, okay, we're not going to go out, we're not going to look for anything else, we're not going to buy anything else until we get all this stuff listed, we would eventually run out of material to list. One of two things can happen. Either one, you could run into a little bit of a financial crunch where you just don't have the money to go out and buy anything new. That's when you go to your backlog. Or things go great and you just have a backlog, but it's there. It's kind of like an emergency plan, you know. We do list some of this stuff, you know, when we have time, but when I get back to the house, I'm going to show you guys stuff that we bought today. And it was, well, yeah, we're still buying probably, I don't know if we're buying too much or if we're just buying the right amount. I don't know. All I know is it pretty much works for us. We're not making the amount of money we want to make yet, but we're getting close. So, if you're just getting started, look what you have to look forward to. Look what you have to look forward to. Yeah, it's pretty rough. See all these boxes right here? None of this stuff is listed. None of that's listed. Like I said, if things got really rough and we weren't able to go out and purchase new items, man, we could live off of this stuff for a good 6 months, maybe a year. I don't know. I know we will always have a lot of stuff. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys at the house. Okay, back at home. Told you guys I'd show you what we got here. This is some kind of little, I don't know, maybe a candy jar, cookie jar, something like that. It's got this cute little squirrel on the top of it. See that? Strange little squirrel. It had $3 on it. We see the black mark. That means it's half price. So got it for $1.50. Wasn't a bad deal. These this is a John Deere cup, 50 cents. I'm not really in love with John Deere stuff because John Deere is one of those companies on eBay that seems like they don't really like you selling their stuff. We've been flagged by them for a couple of different things that were legit, but we had to prove they were legit to eBay and John Deere. I don't know. John Deere seems to really not like you selling their stuff. These are kind of funny. They're not really a big brand. I think it's Covington. Yeah. Covington, but man, they're brand new almost, you know. I think one of them had a little mark on it. Let's see. Yeah, this one's got a little bit of a dark kind of a scuff, maybe. I don't know what that is, but otherwise, fantastic, you know. Why not? They were $1. We got those for $1. I got a couple of these hair curlers. never tried selling hair curlers before, but I tried both of these and they do work. This one looks like it never was used. I mean, I looked on it to see if there was like any hair or anything like that down in there. Clean. I mean, way clean. Still got the bag with it that had the, oops, backwards. Still had the bag of the little clips. I mean, I don't know much about curlers, but I think you put these on the curlers, maybe, to hold them on your hair. Anyway, this is a box, just no wooden box. I thought it was going to be like recipes, but it's got like greeting cards in it, unused greeting cards. Let's see if I can find them one. And birthday cards. This is for a good daughter on your birthday. Bless you, good daughter. That's the good daughter. I'd hate for the bad daughter to see that, because the good daughter got a card. Bad daughter probably didn't get squat. For a great brother, wish we could be together on your birthday. I don't know. Like I say, it's loaded down with all these cards. I mean, they're all different kinds of cards. I don't think this was like, I don't think they were made this, you know. I don't think this box came with these cards, what I'm trying to say. Oops. This is cute. It's got like this little lattice. It's got this little lattice work deal going. It's like a card for a grandma, maybe. Anyway, and see, and the last thing we got was, it's a bed sheet. I think it's for a kid, but yeah, it's gonna be a Winnie the Pooh. I'm not gonna take it out because I don't want to get it everywhere, but you can see it's got old Tigger right there. That's I think that's on the pillow. It's gonna be Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, and I think it's Eeyore. Those sheet sets do sell. You gotta find the vintage ones though. The vintage ones that are no longer in production. The ones you can just go to Walmart and get, they don't sell very well because obviously you can just go to Walmart and get them. But the ones that are no longer in production are good. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching our videos, and we'll see you next time.